In this video, I'm gonna share with you all how I cleaned the Impossible car carpeting. Now let's get straight into it. What's going on? So glad you're here and welcome back to the Wilson Auto Detailing YouTube channel. If you're a pro auto detailer who wants to become more successful and profitable in your business, or just a car enthusiast who wants to improve your detailing ability, then definitely consider hitting that red subscribe button right below this video. So we're talking about the Impossible car carpeting. Why is it so frustrating? Well, because this kind of car carpeting is really mostly manufactured and put into the cars that are kind of lower end, not like the Lamborghinis or the Audis and stuff, but mostly like maybe the Toyotas and the Hondas, and even in the nicer cars like the Mercedes, the BMWs, sometimes this Impossible car carpeting is actually manufactured and put into the trunk. But the reason this material is so difficult is because it's not made like standard carpeting is, where you have a bunch of fibers sticking up like this and the dirt just falls in between. It's actually just a huge rat's nest of a bunch of different fibers going every which way in every direction, so when dirt gets in there, it feels impossible to even vacuum it out. So let me go ahead and show you guys exactly what I'm talking about, because I'm actually working on a car right this second that has this specific Impossible carpeting. So you can see that this felt almost is what I'd rather call it, because it's not even really carpeting, it's just like the felt that you would buy for arts and crafts from Hobby Lobby. You can see that all this dirt collects over time, just like in every car and down in these cracks, but because there aren't a bunch of fibers and it's almost just this really low pile, tight-knit rat's nest, it gets very, very difficult to actually vacuum anything out of it to even begin shampooing. So the big question is, how do I attack this specific type of carpeting? And the answer is number one, with my Ridgid vacuum. Now this Ridgid vacuum is just a 4-gallon vacuum. I have been, as a professional detailer, through every vacuum you could possibly think of. I used ShopVac for years, and this Ridgid is absolutely my favorite. I have not yet found a vacuum that I prefer above this one. Now let me show you guys exactly how I use this Ridgid 4-gallon 5.0 horsepower vacuum in this Impossible car carpeting. So here's a great part to show you guys how I kind of attack this, because it's this corner that really collects a ton of dirt and it really gets stuffed up in here. And it's actually under these two little levers that open the trunk and the gas. So here's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna take my Ridgid vacuum and I'm gonna take the chisel head that comes with it. And I'm not gonna speed this up, but I'm only gonna use this because I wanna show you guys how this vacuum actually works so well on this type of carpeting. And I'm not gonna speed it up because I wanna show you guys exactly kind of the time it takes, and I want to let you guys see the kind of horsepower that this vacuum really has. And bam, that's it. Now, is everything taken up here? No, definitely not. But let me show you guys kind of why this is called the Impossible carpeting. Because even after you have totally vacuumed everything up, you have these tiny, tiny pieces in here that like do not get vacuumed up. These like fibers, these little grass pieces that get stuck and just wedged into these fibers. So how do I actually attack this kind of leftover material? Well, this pet hairbrush comes in very, very handy in a situation like this, because these rubber fibers really stick to that grass and those tiny fibers to really pull up and kind of agitate, just kind of bring the rest of the dirt to the surface. So let me show you guys how I actually use the Ridgid and this pet hairbrush at the same time to accomplish this vacuuming job. So now I'm gonna take my Ridgid and I'm gonna take my pet hairbrush and agitate and suck up at the same exact time. And now check out this after. You can see that there's really just no grass or like fibers left or anything left stuck in between anything, especially underneath here. And so, no, I haven't vacuumed the rest of this, but this tiny little spot that you just saw me attack, that's exactly how I attack the Impossible carpeting. The pet hairbrush and the awesome 4-gallon Ridgid vacuum cleaner. And one other quick, really pro tip for you guys is if you have compressed air or like the Tornador, then the Tornador will actually really help with the Impossible fabric and the Impossible carpeting as well, because it really just lets the air shoot out all that stuff from in between the fibers, and then it becomes very easy to kind of mop up or kind of vacuum up with the Ridgid. And so really that pet hair brush or compressed air kind of attacks it and does the same sort of thing. And everyone, though this video is specifically a how-to regarding the Impossible carpeting, I do want to talk about the Ridgid vacuum cleaner real fast, because I do believe it's something that will not only improve your detailing world, but it'll also keep you from so much frustration. Now, as I said before, the Ridgid is only a 4-gallon vacuum, but it is more powerful than even my 8-gallon vacuum shop vac that I had before I purchased this. It has 5 horsepower, so this is like an incredibly powerful machine in such a small, tiny body. And when I say small, I mean really small. Not only is it very small, but very easy to use. It's very easy to empty, pulls up just like that. And the Ridgid comes with several different attachments. You have obviously your wide mouth attachment. You have more of a crevice tool, but not quite. It's more of just like a standard vacuuming on a flat surface. You have your brush vacuuming tool, and then you have the one that I use the most, which is the crevice tool. This is gonna allow you to get in all those tiny spaces, and this is really gonna reach in all of those tiny spaces. Now, the attachment hose that I actually have on the Ridgid comes separately. It's very, very hard. It doesn't squeeze or be kind of concaved in. A lot of times, the vacuum hoses that these things come with, as well as the shop vacs, are very, very malleable. So as the head of this hose begins to suck in, the suction power begins to make this hose kind of get concave and squeeze inward. So this is very, very hard plastic. It can't be squeezed in. You could step on it and it would still remain and keep its shape. But really, guys, the main 2 reasons why I love this vacuum is because it's more powerful than even some of the professional grade ones out there. And I would call this professional grade, but it's more powerful and it's smaller than almost any other vacuum I've seen with this kind of power. And so it literally fits in my car. So no matter what job I'm going to, no matter where I'm going, if I'm taking this Toyota Corolla, this sedan size car, this Ridgid vacuum cleaner literally fits in the back seat along with all my other stuff, and it allows me to fit even more things in my car and continue to grow my business, expand my tools, expand my products, because it takes up so little space. So whether or not you're a professional detailer or just a car enthusiast, I would absolutely recommend getting this Ridgid vacuum cleaner. I cannot say enough good things about it. So everyone, thank you so much for watching. Once again, my name is Luke, and if you enjoyed this video, make sure to hit that thumbs up button. And if you have any questions, comments, video ideas, advice, or concerns, hook all that stuff up in the YouTube comments below, because some of the best advice and video ideas come from you guys, the Wilson Auto Detailing community. And once again, if you're new here to the Wilson Auto Detailing YouTube channel, then definitely consider subscribing, because I come out with daily videos for the pro detailers and car enthusiasts on products, tools, strategies, business skills, and communication skills. And on this channel, I share the exact strategies that allowed me to turn my auto detailing business into a full-time income with only part-time hours. So if you're interested in that, definitely consider hitting that red subscribe button right below this video. And of course, guys, if you're interested in buying this amazing machine called the Ridgid vacuum cleaner, the 4-gallon model specifically like I have right here, just check out the links in the description box below. They'll take you straight to Amazon. And if you use my links to purchase this product, it does give this channel a very small commission, but it helps this channel stay alive so that I can continue to give out good content and valuable information for all you guys to help you become more profitable and successful, and who doesn't want that? So definitely check out those links below and get that Ridgid vacuum cleaner for your pro detailing world. Everyone, thanks again so much for watching. As always, from Luke, keep working hard, and I'll see you guys in the next video.